Good day and welcome to Mayo King's TV News. I am Timiela Emanuela. First, the headlines. Delta Riverine communities seek federal and state government rescue. Ex-PDP chieftains in Oshimili South declare support for Tinubu and Oboyori under APC banner. Tinubu bags Lifetime African Achievement Award in Ghana. Tinubu to inaugurate National Disaster Relief Fund Committee. On entertainment, Seven Doors and Lisa B emerged biggest winners at Africa Movies Viewer Choice Award 2025. On the business news, Dangote Refinery offers 10 naira refund on petrol to customers. On the foreign scene, Trump plans to accept 747 from Qatar to use as Air Force One. On the world of sports, Amorim hints at Man United departure over poor form. Now the news in full. Residents of Akugbene community in Bomadi local government area of Delta State have cried out to the federal government and state government to urgently rescue them from being washed away by the Focados River. Recalling on Friday morning how a landslide swept off the major jetty, a critical infrastructure in the riverine community. A trending video showed how the community youths making frantic efforts to save as much as they could from the jetty. The Ijaw Youth Council chairman of the community, Okaba Godwin, who spoke on the development, said the issues of the landslide have been a bane on the community and other neighboring ones, including Bakiama, for years. He further called on the government to make concrete efforts and the high politicians from that area to rescue them. In a bold political shift that underscores deepening realignment ahead of the 2027 elections, former leaders of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Ward 11, Oshimili South local government area of Delta State, have pledged their allegiance to President Bola Tinubu and Governor Sheriff Oboyori, endorsing them for the All Progressive Congress ticket. The group, comprising influential grassroots mobilizers and former PDP stakeholders, made the declaration during a strategic meeting held in Asaba. The convener, Engineer Smart Maker, chairman of the Delta State Rural Development Agency (RDA) and leader of the ward, described the defection as a calculated political move designed to strengthen APC's hold on the state and consolidate the momentum of Tinubu's renewed hope agenda alongside Oboyori's more policy direction. President Bola Tinubu has bagged the Lifetime African Achievement Award from the Millennium Excellence Foundation based in Ghana on Monday. Tinubu, while receiving the award, commended the patron of the foundation, Otumwefo Osietutu II, Ashantehene, for the invitation extended to him and the success of the event put together by the foundation. The president, represented by the Minister of State and Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Bianca Odumegu Ojukwu, received the award as special guest of honor during the 25th anniversary of the Millennium Excellence Prize in Kumasi, Ghana. In a statement, Tinubu charged the young generation of Africans to rise with courage towards contributing their quota to make the African continent a more united, peaceful, and prosperous one. The event featured the presentation of the Lifetime African Achievement Prize to Tinubu, the Global Intra-African Trade Excellence in Africa to the President Chairman, African Export-Import Bank, Dr. Benedict Urama. Also, Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Umo Eno, received the Lifetime Africa Achievement Prize for Governance and Public Service. The founder and chairman, Boa Group, Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu, received African Excellence in Business, while Mr. Dumo Lulu Briggs received the African Traditional Leadership and Business Excellence Award. President Bola Tinubu will on Tuesday inaugurate the National Disaster Relief Fund Committee at the Council Chambers of the State House. The committee, chaired by Heirs Holdings Chairman Tony Elumelu, will officially begin its mandate to establish a nationwide framework for disaster response and climate resilience in Nigeria. The fund, which will involve participation from both public and private sector stakeholders, will serve as a central repository for the federal government's emergency response, resources for disaster management, complementing the efforts already being undertaken by Nigeria's existing emergency management agencies. Recall that President Tinubu, at a Federal Executive Council (FEC) meeting in September last year, approved the appointment of Elumelu as chairman of the National Disaster Fund and representative of the private sector. The high-level committee will also include the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, the Minister of Aviation, the Minister of Water Resources, the Minister of Environment, and the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. Now on entertainment news. Femi Adebayo's Seven Doors and Lateef Adedimiji's Lisabi, The Uprising, emerged as the biggest winners at last night's 11th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award, with 3 awards each. Seven Doors took home 2 major awards, Best Lead Actor for Adebayo and Best Lead Actress for Chioma Chukwuka, alongside the award for Best Score Music for Tolu Obanro. Lisa B. The Uprising, on the other hand, went home with the awards for Best Indigenous Language West Africa, Best Art Direction for Sohilu Badu Nautical and Anyamo Yakub, and Best Makeup for Akeem Onilogbo, also known as Akeem Effects. The awards didn't just celebrate the rising stars on the night, they also recognize icons who have shaped Nollywood over the years. Sani Mazu and Nkem Uwo were awarded Lifetime Achievement Awards in acknowledgement of their immense contribution to the industry. Now on the business news. The Dangote Petrolchemicals Refinery has effected another reduction in the ex-gantry price of its premium motor spirit, also known as Petrol, below the publicly announced 835 naira per litre. Sources confirmed on Monday that the refinery has reduced its prices to 825 naira per litre for its customers through a rebate of 10 naira after successfully loading of products at the refinery. The, source, the sources said marketers are still paying 825 naira per litre for products but receive a 10 naira refund after loading and evacuating them from the refinery. The covert price adjustment has allowed its customers and marketers to retail the product at lower band of 830 to 835 naira, outpricing importing marketers and private depot owners. Now on the foreign scene. The Trump administration is preparing to accept a super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family of Qatar as a gift to be used by President Donald Trump as the new Air Force One for presidential travel until shortly before Trump leaves office. Two of the sources also confirmed that ownership of the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation once the president ends his second term. According to one of the sources, the arrangements will be done following the US and international laws in observance of ethic rules. The gift was expected to be announced when Trump visits Qatar, according to reports gathered, as part of a trip that also includes stops in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. It will be the first extended foreign travel of his second term. Now in the world of sports. Ruben Amorim admits he could leave as Manchester United manager, with the Red Devils emulating form from when they were last relegated. Recalling that they may have booked their place in the Europa League final, Man United's domestic misery continued with a 2-0 defeat to West Ham at Old Trafford. The result sees Amorim men slip to a lowly 16 in the Premier League table, with Man United losing 17 of their 36 league outings this term. While relegation is not a danger for them this season, their form replicates that of the 1973/1974 season, when Man United were last relegated from the top flight with their 17th defeat, the most league defeats they have suffered in a single campaign since they were last down. Amorim succeeded Eric Ten Hag as Red Devils boss in November, signing a 2.5-year deal, but admits his days at Old Trafford could be numbered sooner rather than later. Now to end the news, recap on our headlines. Delta riverine communities seek federal and state government rescue. S-PDP chieftains in Oshimilisa declare support for Tinubu and Oboyori under APC banner. Tinubu backs Lifetime African Achievement Award in Ghana. Tinubu to inaugurate National Disaster Relief Fund Committee. On entertainment, Seven Doors and Lisabi emerge biggest winners at African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards 2025. On the business news, Dangote Refinery offers 10 naira refund on petrol to customers. On the foreign scene, Trump plans to accept 747 from Qatar to use as Air Force One. In the world of sport, Amorim hints at Man United departure over poor form. That ends the news from Mayor Kings TV as read and edited by Tinela Emanuela. Thanks for watching.
Now on the business news. Between July 2023 and December 2024, Nigerians spent 20.3 billion naira on the operations and maintenance of President's Air Fleet PFA, which 14.15 billion allocated for 2024. A significant portion of funds was labeled forex transit funds for foreign exchange requirements, covering international operations such as fuel and maintenance abroad. The new Airbus A330 purchased for $100 million has also been sent to South Africa for refurbishment and update to its lively to reflect the office of the president. The PFA fleet, one of the largest in Africa, includes various aircraft, but the rising cost of maintenance these aging planes, combined with Naira's devaluation, has led to a significant budget increase. The fleet budget surged 370% from 2017 to 2024. Criticism with concerns over the government's spending priorities, especially during the times of economic hardship. Critics like Debo Adenira from the Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership have questioned the government's frugality, comparing it to previous administrations' lavish spending. However, aviation experts like John Ojikutu defend the expenditures, noting the high maintenance costs for such aircraft, including repairs and fuel, are justified by the operational needs of the fleet.